Hi, my name is Donna, and I'd like to welcome you to the market roadmap of the Market Group Digital Security and Trust within the EIC Scaling Club. First of all, I would like to thank our club members as over the last months they have been crucial to the development of this roadmap. We are privileged to have also worked with the companies, stakeholders, and mentors who are members of this market group. And now I'll walk you through the market roadmap. The purpose of this roadmap is first and foremost to promote company members, and second, to help them reflect upon their market strategy and position going forward in the next 2 years. To do so, the roadmap assesses where they are now and where they aim to go in the next 2 years. It also benchmarks their positions and plans with the views of other group stakeholder members, including over 30 specialized mentors, investors, corporations, governmental agencies, and clusters. Through this roadmap, we aim to provide value to all club members, including scale-ups, by empowering their go-to-market strategy and journey, mentors by helping enhance their market insights, and stakeholders by providing them with a benchmarking report and tool for their staff, partners, and clients. As you go through this roadmap, you will see a summary of the key results regarding the 7 areas studied. We will soon dive into them deeper in the upcoming pages of the roadmap. Listed here are the 12 selected companies in the Digital Security and Trust Group. You can find direct links to their websites by clicking on their logo to help you get to know them better. Here you can see a summary of the Digital Security and Trust Market Highlights report, which provides an overview of the current club members, including companies and stakeholders. And now it's time to meet our mentors. This group of experts has been instrumental not only in the creation of the market roadmap, but also in the growth journey of our companies as they go through their mentoring cycle in the first cohort of the EIC Scaling Club. Here you can also see notable investors, corporates, institutions, and companies that have participated in this study. Thank you all very much for your contribution. As mentioned earlier, this roadmap covers 7 main areas that are of interest to the deep tech industry. However, before we dive deeper into the results, here's an explanation on how to read and interpret the graphs. On the graph, you can see all of the results organized by least important to most important. The light purple represents the past priorities of all respondents, while the dark purple shows future priorities of all respondents, and the gray squares show the company averages as opposed to all other stakeholders that answered the survey. On the bottom, you can see the respondents' number. Now, let's take a look at the results. On the publication itself, you can filter by stakeholder type as well as by past and future, which is pretty dynamic. Here is the first interactive slide showing the results of the first area out of 7, called Market Needs. You'll also see here future roadmap findings, which is a summary of the overall results. For example, for market needs service, it's important to mention that growing a specialized application is essential beyond tech abilities, and that convenience of supply and service and margins will be of growing importance. After each graph, we have captured important insights and quotes from participants involved, where we have provided most of our participants with additional visibility. Now looking at the second data benchmark, which is sales industries, it's noteworthy to mention that financial services remain a top market for companies and stakeholders, and this is followed by professional services. Also, the companies believe that there are other sales industries that are worth focusing on, as opposed to the stakeholders who believe selling within the digital security and trust industry is more important. Now, looking at sales geographies, we can see that the national markets are becoming less and less relevant in the future as opposed to the rest of Europe, and that the US and North America are poised for future sales growth by investors, but quite less so by companies. However, both investors and companies assign little importance to the Chinese market. Now, looking at customer channels, B2B direct sales, of course, is still dominant. However, indirect sales are believed to hold significant potential for the future, and that project procurement sales and market and inbound sales are not as significant as the other channels. Now, looking at risks and challenges, finding and growing customers is the biggest challenge, followed closely by financial investment and competition. We can see that regulatory and policy is the second and lowest concern for club members, and all parties put the least importance on technological and manufacturing risks in the future. Now, looking at company competition, we can see three particular umbrella areas. The first is the US advantage. 90% of respondents consider US companies as the biggest threat. In terms of the money advantage, well-funded companies are seen as the next challenge, especially those that have a corporate backing or customers developing their own solutions. And as for the lowest competitive threat, it remains to be the Chinese large corporations. And finally, for company funding, venture capital and private equity are the top sources of funding, but they're not seen as more important than government grants, projects, and funding or bank loans and debt. Companies actually put higher importance on banking debt instruments, and the stock market is not really seen as a priority by the companies. Now we'll take a look at the methodology. It's noteworthy to mention that we have conducted numerous interviews with experts, tested and refined the research parameters and validation workshops, executed further collaborative workshops on-site and online, captured quantitative data from surveys, and at the end, we produced this report, which will also serve as a huge visibility instrument for our companies and club members. We have also collected a fine selection of additional reports and publications to help you dive deeper into the topic. And we will also link the other market roadmaps of the other EIC scaling club groups, including next generation computing, smart mobility, and renewable energies. As mentioned in the methodology, we conducted expert interviews to validate our methodology and survey before moving forward with the workshops. Thank you to our experts for their participation in these interviews and for the valuable insights provided. As we reach the end of this roadmap, we invite you to take on a self-assessment and compare your results to peers and stakeholders. But first, let me show you the self-assessment report. This is the Market Roadmap Self-Assessment Report. As you will see, it is strictly confidential and none of these results will be seen by anyone else. The red dot here signifies the company's self-assessed insights compared to those presented by other stakeholders and other company members. It's important to mention that you will see your insights also based on the 7 data benchmarks that have been discussed before. We invite you to self-assess your company roadmap. It's important for you to scan the QR code and then take the roadmap Mentimeter survey. It takes a maximum of 10 to 15 minutes. Afterwards, you will gain your roadmap response immediately, as long as you make sure that you fill in your email. Thank you for watching. Stay connected with us on our website and social media channels for more exciting updates.